I don't know if you have a similar experience, but let me explain you my experience. So in the last decade, the only thing that I just try to do is just make money. So I tried different stuff out, have a YouTube channel, open a dropshipping store. Then I did crypto currency. Then I did Forex trading. Then I did mindset coaching. So it seems that I tried all these different things, have watched so many courses, have bought so many mentorships, so many coaching programs, have spent so many times reading books and all these things and improving myself and developing myself. And don't get me wrong, like I learned a lot of things and these things are helpful, but it seems that I just couldn't make money. So I don't know if this is your experience, but if you just watch this video till the end and there will be zero selling you stuff, no BS, just zero fluff, just value, pure value. And at the end of the video, your life will change. And this is the reason why I'm here. I don't like to watch YouTube videos or waste my time. I love efficiency. So let's get into it. Like I promise you, your life will change after this and your problem will be solved. So the first thing is that the number one thing is the struggle with money. So I was struggling with money and I just tried different stuff out. And every time when I tried different business models or I took coaching or I tried different stuff out, it seems that every time I'm thinking like, okay, this is it. This is the solution to my problem. Like if I learn this skill, if I become disciplined or if I wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning, then my life will change. Then the money will come. Then I will start to make money, right? The problem is, in my case, my biggest problem was the mindset. I had a lot of negative beliefs about mindset, negative feelings about money, and it was a struggle. Like it's not fun, it's no joy, it's a drag, and it's something that, like right now, I was working to the 9 to 5, right? I don't know about you, but I hated working 9 to 5, working a slave job, and even though like within the 9 to 5 system, I have climbed the ladder, like, a better job. Like I have my own car, a company car, go to clients, and still I was miserable, depressed. I started to escape myself, started to stimulate myself with different stimulants, right? Nicotine is one of them, right? I gained a lot of weight. And the reason is because even though the job was nice, it felt like a drag. Like I didn't want to go to my work. It was repetitive. It was something that was not meaningful, purposeful for me. So I'm not talking about you or someone else. Like I know a lot of people that are very happy with their life, very happy with their 9 to 5 jobs. So never compare yourself to someone else. It's all about your inner joy. That's at the end of the day, like, okay, who has the greatest life? It's not the guy with the most capital or the most money. It's the guy who enjoys his life, like with a happiness, great experiences. And basically in just one sentence, you're living the life that you want to live. If that's living a 9 to 5, that's totally fine. And this is different for everyone else, right? So the problem was not strategy, but mindset. The thing is that people don't understand. People think that I thought, like literally, hear me out. Like I have tried a lot of things, massive execution in the last 10 years, right? And do you know this analogy where you have two gold diggers? They're digging in the sand, right? Then you have this one gold digger. He's just digging a little bit and he found gold, right? Then you have me, this gold digger that digs over like 1 year, 2 years consistently. Right before getting at the gold, I give up. And I feel like a failure, and I feel that life is unfair, and I start to feel like a victim. And then I started to get in this negative downward cycle. I start to force more stuff. I start to wanting this vision so badly. And then all of a sudden, to just like the cherry on the cake is, I go on social media and I see all these people with luxury cars, luxury trips, living their lives, like living the life that I basically want to live, right? And this is the cherry of the cake. And then like I'm thinking like, okay, life is unfair, right? So what I didn't realize was that the problem was the mindset. And you're thinking like, okay, mindset is a broad word. Like, okay, mindset, what are you talking about, right? To just make this simple so you get the most value out of this experience is the solution is change the relationship with money. And I don't know if you saw this multiple times, but this is the number one thing that helped me to break through and reach the dream that I have to reach 6 figures a month. So this year, with true e-commerce, like an entirely new business model, like an entirely new thing, like I was doing mindset coaching 2 years ago, and I closed clients around like 5K, 6K, but long story short, there were like struggles in the business and reasons why I didn't want to do it anymore. So I was thinking like, okay, just let's focus on, like, stop focusing on the passion, like me being passionate about helping people with a mindset, getting the fulfillment, and at the same time earning money. Like, let's focus more on just making money, right? So then I got into e-commerce and I've reached the goal, like 6 figures a month was a long goal of mine, right? It was in revenue though. So to make a long story short, this came after changing the relationship with money. And I will literally explain you right now what I mean about this. So today I went to the gym, right? And this literally happened today. That's why I'm so inspired to make this video. And there is a friend of mine, and I met him like a couple of years ago in Dubai when I was doing the mindset coaching stuff. And he is struggling with mindset. And this guy, he wanted to become a client of mine. I don't know what happened, but he's a friend and he really wanted my mindset coach. But he is doing Forex trading, and back then he was he was at the peak of his life. He was earning above 10K a month in pure profit, right? So that's a lot. Like if you just work 9 to 5, you earn like 2K a month, something like that. This guy, he's just trading, just like checking charts, not doing anything special. And he's making above like 10K a month, and he felt invincible. He's on the top of the world. He thought like, okay, my life is taking off. He had a crazy lifestyle, renting luxury cars, going from one trip to another, taking his girlfriend with him and taking his laptop with him. And today I met this guy in this local gym, like, what are you doing here? Aren't you traveling, living the life? Like, and right now I'm talking like years later, right? And this guy told me like, bro, I lost it all. Like, what happened is this guy, he was always struggling with mindset, and he had like the moment when he was at the peak of his life, at that moment things start to click, things start to happen for him, right? He made money and this and that, but the mindset got to him. So the subconscious mind came back up, the scarcity mindset, the relationship, how he viewed money came back up again, and he was afraid to go back to the 9 to 5, right? So the fear has dragged him down, lowered his energy, lowered his frequency, made stupid decisions. And lo and behold, years later, today I met him in the gym. He's just back at his 9 to 5, feeling extremely ashamed of himself that he failed, right? So right now he's just working in a factory job, a job that he really hates, to just get by, right? So to be honest, this can happen to everyone. This can happen to me, to everyone. And I think that the moment when you succeed, this is a problem from someone who is already successful. He's afraid to go back from where he came from. This is the biggest fear of people who are successful, and I met like tons of them. But this is not about that. It's about the mindset, right? So to explain you this relationship with money, so you really understand this, and this is the crucial part of the video, right? So this guy told me like, hey, he took a mindset coach, but he didn't took my coaching because not that he didn't know that it will give him the results. And I'm not selling coaching or whatsoever. Like, this is pure value. But the reason is why he took the other guy's coaching, and it's like 2K more expensive than mine. He paid around like 8K in coaching. But this guy is doing coaching especially for Forex traders, right? So he thought like, okay, this is more niche. Like, I'm doing Forex. It makes more sense to take coaching from this guy. So he invested his money, 8K, to get the mindset. And he told me that, okay, the mindset tips that he got, it helps, but it didn't solve the problem. So I told him, okay, well, you paid 8K. What did this guy provide you? He said that he got like an entire checklist, right? Starting off with a cold shower. And not to talk bad about someone else coaching. I don't really care about coaching or whatever, like I really don't care. I'm just trying to give you the gold, the sauce, so you can finally make money, right? So this guy, he told me that, he has like an entire checklist of 20 things, an entire routine. Wake up early, do meditation, visualize your goals, do cold showers, watch a podcast of 30 minutes, read a video, watch some educational content, relax yourself, watch some relaxing music. And I was thinking like, how is that gonna help? Like this guy, he has deep-rooted issues in his subconscious mind. You think that cold shower will solve the problem? Like it doesn't work that way, because the problem is that I told him like, hey, the problem that you're having is how you see money, right? The relationship that you have with money. The problem at this point is that money is extremely important for him, right? So the moment when a human being makes something extremely important, you get a lot of stress, you get a lot of doubts, and it seems that your life depends on it, right? So this behavior called neediness, like I need this goal, I need this money in order to feel complete, and this is what people do with money, but they also do it with other aspects of their life, like as an example with a relationship. And you already know what will happen if you go to a woman and you start to put this woman on a pedestal and say like, oh, my entire life I have never felt like this, and it seems that I'm seeing the light right now coming out of you, and it seems that you came out of the sky, and you're not like, for me, I don't feel that you're a human, and like I don't even feel good explaining this, but you already see what I'm doing, right? It's some kind of worshipping money, right? Making it so important. And I told him like, hey, you're making money as some kind of God, like not trying to offend anyone, right? And this is exactly the thing that will keep it away from you. And this is something, why can I explain this so easily? Because I'm the guy that did that stuff unconsciously, right? Right now, looking back, I feel even cringe being like that when I did those things in the past. Like neediness is a cringy thing to do. That doesn't mean that I'm not needy or I'm not human. Like we're all human, right? And I'm not judging anyone, because all these things are natural human tendencies, like the emotions of survival, right? So to change this relationship with money is that you can't see money as this goal. So right now, this guy, he is here, right? And to just give an example so you understand, and I had the same experience, like you don't have money and you visualize this goal like, oh, if I have money, then I will be happy again. And so the source of your happiness or the source of your well-being is all put on money, right? Of course you will stress out, of course you will make bad decisions, and it's just a recipe for disaster. Like it will happen, you will collapse. And if you don't solve this issue before you're making money, so that's the reason why I could make money, because right now, let's say right now you want to make money, right? And you want to change the relationship, how you view money, and this is life-changing. The thing is that if you don't do that, the moment when you take off and you have the millions, you will always be afraid to go back. And the moment when the fear gets to you, and the fear becomes a dominant emotion in your life, and you start to make fear-based decisions, that's the moment when the moment is very high stakes situation, like a life or death situation, you will make some stupid decisions, and the chances are, or the probability is very high to lose it all, right? So right now I see all these young guys, I see a lot of young people on Instagram, and if you're this guy and you just succeeded easily, then congrats for you. Like I'm really happy for you. I would love for everyone to live their dream life and to make money, and of course, why not? Like I wish you the best of health, to get the relationship that you desire, the happiness, the money and everything. But at the same time, this is the danger of having a lot of money. Because if you look at people, lottery winners, like they lose it all, or the moment when they win the lotto, like the relationship ends, the divorce rate skyrockets, they do drugs, they stimulate themselves. and all these kinds of stuff. And at the end of the day, they lose it all and they end up with less than how they started. And you lose a lot of, like, you just lose yourself. And this is something that I want you to protect yourself from it. I'm not saying that money is a scary thing. Like, go after your goals. Don't be scared. Never be scared. What I'm just trying to say is that it's just better to change your relationship with money now before your takeoff. And this takes time. This takes time. So I give a beautiful analogy. So to give you the sauce, the real sauce is how you view the $10 bill, right? $10, 10 euros. I don't care, like 5 euros right now. It's not life-changing money, right? 5 euros is nothing. Even like for the poorest man on this planet, 5 euros is no money. Like, you can barely survive with 5 euros, right? So the 5 euros, whether you make 5 euros or 10 euros or 100 euros or $5,000 or $5 million, it's all the same. Money is money. It's like water, right? You have a glass of water or you have the ocean, it's all the same. It's more or less water, more or less money. You view money as a neutral thing. The same way how you see trees. Like, we're also dependent on trees for survival, but we just see the tree, oh, it gives oxygen. I think that most people don't even realize that a tree gives oxygen, I don't know. But when you see this tree, they're abundant. Like, there is an infinite amount of trees, an infinite amount of money, and an infinite amount of water. There is so much money in the world, endlessly. And there's so much water, and there's so much oxygen, right? So that doesn't mean that there are a lot of poor people and this and that. It just means that everyone in this world has the chance to make infinite money. So not everybody becomes rich, but everybody can become rich. And you right now watching this, you are capable to make an abundance of money. Like, it all doesn't matter, right? So what's the main point of the video? It's that money is a neutral thing. The moment when you stress about it or you become afraid of it, and this is the emotional baggage that most people have towards money, like the scarcity mindset, like the hoarding and holding on to, right? You don't praise it, right? But you also don't undervalue it, or you put it down. Like, you have people like, oh, I don't need money, like, screw money, right? Screw relationships, screw women, I'm a happy single, right? Or then you have people like, they worship the relationship, like, oh, if I don't have a relationship, I will, like, I'm struggling every day. So it's either that or that. No, you just look at it a neutral thing. How you look right now to a $5 bill, to 5 euros, $1 is the same way how you look at it when you have millions of dollars. And this is something that I've seen with other successful people who have tons of money. And this is my exact experience with money or my relationship, is the moment when you just detach and you just see it as numbers on the screen, and you're just following the process, and you're just doing the thing that you need to do. So basically to give you a bonus, an extra, is that you wake up in the morning, right? And either way, whether you make money or not, your life is complete. You are already happy. And this is the same thing that I told this guy in the gym. I told him, like, listen, the only thing that you need to do is you wake up. These routines are maybe helpful. Like, if it's helpful for you to do cold showers every day, like if that helps you, like, of course, do that. But the thing that helped me is that you wake up and every day you're just grateful for your life, right? You're grateful, you're happy, you're living in overflow already. There is nothing that you need more than the life that you're already living right now. And if that's not your experience, then you need to master this experience, or you need to train yourself or train your subconscious mind to enjoy your life now without anything. And the truth is that you don't need all this stuff. And the moment when you can live without all these things, that's the moment when these things will magnetize themselves to you. That's how it works. So the moment when you just detach from money, right? You don't attach yourself to it. and you don't become needy about it or depend on money or all these things. That's very hard to do. I know, I understand. I'm not saying that you're not struggling or all these things. This is not what the video is about. It's just more that I'm literally giving you the thing that helped me. And this is not the only way. Like whatever works for you, like this worked for me. What I'm saying right now are the things that worked out for me. And maybe there's like millions ways to get there. Maybe you will do it differently, but this is just how I did it. This was my path, right? So my breakthrough came after changing my relationship with money. See it as a neutral thing. Don't be needy. Be happy and complete without it. Don't make it the source of your happiness. And in general, don't worship it. Don't think that you will be more or and see money more as water, as a tool. Like whether you shower today or not, it will not make you like a nice shower is nice to have, but it's not something that increases your worth, your self-worth, or decreases your worth. And it's the same with money. Like you have your value with or without it. So let me know what you think of this video. Let me know in the comments. Do you have questions? If you have questions, you can always check the description. You can DM me on Instagram. So not trying to sell you anything, but if you want to talk to me, if you have questions, like I would love to question these things. Like, oh yeah, here's a guy who gets me. Here is a guy who has been in my shoes and right now has broken the cycle, and you will break the same cycle. I promise. You will break the same cycle. This doesn't happen overnight. And this is something that you need to train every day. Like change the relationship with money. Don't be needy for it. Be grateful without it. Don't make it the source of your happiness and all these things. Have a nice day.